Packing for a trip can be stressful, and it's tempting to toss everything into your checked suitcase. But the truth is, there are some things that should never go in the cargo hold, no matter how convenient it seems. From valuables and electronics to important documents and even everyday essentials. Putting the wrong items in your checked luggage can cost you time, money, and peace of mind. In this video, I'll share 12 things you should always keep out of your checked bag so you can travel safer and smarter. And don't forget to check the description for essential carry-on gear that every traveler should have. Tip number 1. Valuables. Tip number 1 is to never pack valuables in your checked luggage. This includes expensive jewelry, luxury watches, or any high-value items like collectibles and rare coins. Checked bags go through multiple hands, baggage handlers, security scanners, and automated systems, which means the chances of something getting lost, stolen, or damaged are much higher. Even if your suitcase makes it to your destination, rough handling in transit can easily scratch or break fragile items. Airlines typically limit compensation for lost valuables, so you won't get anywhere near their true worth back if something goes missing. If you really need to bring these items, keep them in your carry-on where you can always keep an eye on them. It's simply not worth the risk of losing something valuable that can't be easily replaced. Tip number 2. Electronics. Never check your electronics in with your luggage. Items like laptops, tablets, cameras, or gaming devices are too valuable and too fragile to be tossed around in the cargo hold. Baggage areas can experience rough handling, extreme temperatures, and even pressure changes that can damage sensitive electronics. On top of that, electronics are among the most targeted items for theft from checked bags. If your luggage goes missing, replacing these gadgets can be costly and stressful. Airlines also place strict limits on batteries, which makes checking electronics risky. Instead, carry them with you in your hand luggage, ideally in padded cases, so you can keep them safe and within sight throughout your journey. Tip number 3. Important documents. Another thing you should never pack in your checked suitcase is important documents. That means passports, driver's licenses, visas, boarding passes, travel itineraries, or anything you might need urgently during your trip. If your bag gets delayed or lost, you could end up stranded without proper identification or proof of travel. Even if your bag arrives, rummaging through a large suitcase in the middle of a trip to find a document is inconvenient and unsafe. Always keep these items in your carry-on or personal bag, ideally in a secure travel wallet or organizer. Having them with you at all times ensures that no matter what happens to your checked luggage, you'll still have everything you need to board flights, pass through immigration, and access your accommodations smoothly. Tip number 4. Medications. Essential medications should never go in checked luggage. Bags get delayed or lost every day, and being separated from your prescriptions could quickly turn into a medical emergency. Temperature-sensitive medications like insulin or inhalers may also be exposed to extreme heat or cold in the cargo hold, making them unsafe or unusable. Airlines won't take responsibility for lost or spoiled medication, leaving you to deal with the consequences. Always keep prescriptions in your carry-on, stored in their original labeled containers, along with a copy of the prescription if possible. This makes it easier to get refills abroad if necessary and avoids problems at security. Having your medications with you at all times means you'll never be without something your health depends on, even if your suitcase doesn't make the trip. Tip number 5. Cash and credit cards. Your checked suitcase is never the place to stash cash, credit cards, or your wallet. For one, bags are not secure enough to protect against theft, and money is nearly impossible to recover if it goes missing. Cash and cards are also items you might need at a moment's notice, whether for emergencies, transportation, or hotel check-ins. Leaving them in checked luggage puts you at risk of being stranded without access to funds if your bag is delayed or lost. Always keep your money and cards in your carry-on or on your person, preferably in a secure travel wallet or anti-theft pouch. This way you have control over your finances no matter what happens to your checked luggage, and you won't be caught off guard when you arrive at your destination. Tip number 6. Fragile items. It might be tempting to tuck glass bottles, ceramics, or delicate souvenirs into your checked suitcase, but the cargo hold is one of the worst places for fragile items. Bags are stacked, tossed, and bumped around by machinery, and no amount of fragile stickers can guarantee gentle handling. Even if your bag arrives intact, pressure and temperature changes can cause bottles to leak or glass to crack. Airlines also disclaim responsibility for breakables, meaning you'll likely get nothing back if something shatters. If you absolutely must bring fragile items, pack them securely in your carry-on where you have control over how they're handled. It's far safer to keep them with you rather than trust them to survive baggage handling systems. Tip number 7. Power banks and batteries. One of the strictest airline rules involves batteries, especially lithium-ion ones used in power banks, spare laptop batteries, and camera gear. These items pose fire risks at high altitudes, which is why most airlines prohibit them in checked bags. If security finds them, your suitcase could be flagged, delayed, or even refused. The safer option is to always carry batteries and power banks in your hand luggage. There they can be properly monitored and, if needed, quickly accessed by security. Before you fly, check your airline's specific limits for watt hours or device numbers, since the rules can vary, but as a general rule, never pack loose batteries in your checked luggage. It's unsafe and almost always against regulations. Tip number 8. Irreplaceable items. Checked luggage is no place for things that are sentimental or truly one of a kind. Items like family heirlooms, original photographs, or keepsakes from loved ones can never be replaced if lost or damaged. Even the most careful packing can't protect these items from rough baggage handling, and no amount of airline compensation can make up for their sentimental value. If you're traveling with something that holds deep personal meaning, keep it with you in your carry-on where you can protect it. Think of it this way. If losing the item would break your heart, it doesn't belong in checked luggage. Keeping irreplaceable belongings close ensures that your most meaningful possessions are always safe. Tip number 9. Keys. It might not cross your mind, but your keys should never go in checked luggage. Imagine arriving home after a long trip only to find your bag delayed and your house, car, or office keys locked away inside. Not only is this inconvenient, it could leave you stranded outside your own home. There's also the security risk. If your luggage goes missing with keys inside, whoever finds them could potentially access your property. Always keep keys in your carry-on or personal bag, ideally in a secure pocket or pouch. That way, no matter what happens with your checked suitcase, you'll have peace of mind knowing you can get where you need to go when you land. Tip number 10. Perishables and food. Packing perishable food or fresh items in checked luggage is rarely a good idea. Baggage holds are not climate controlled, which means food can spoil, melt, or leak during your flight. This doesn't just ruin your belongings, it can also affect other passengers' luggage nearby. On top of that, some countries have strict customs rules about bringing in food, and discovering spoiled or restricted items in your bag could cause delays at arrival. If you want to bring snacks, stick to non-perishable, sealed items and pack them in your carry-on for easy access. For fresh food or temperature-sensitive items, it's best to avoid checking them altogether to prevent unpleasant surprises when you open your suitcase. Tip number 11. Essential clothing. One of the most frustrating travel experiences is having your luggage delayed and realizing all your clothes are in that missing bag. That's why you should always keep at least one full change of clothes and basic toiletries in your carry-on. This way, even if your suitcase doesn't arrive with you, you'll have something fresh to wear and the essentials to get through a night or two until your bag is returned. Think of it as your travel safety net. It reduces stress and keeps you comfortable in case of delays. Airlines often take a day or more to reunite you with a missing bag, so having spare clothing on hand can make all the difference between a manageable inconvenience and a ruined start to your trip. Tip number 12. Personal safety items. Finally, never pack restricted or personal safety items in your checked bag. Things like pepper spray, stun devices, or certain sharp objects are often prohibited or heavily restricted. If they're found, your bag could be delayed, confiscated, or worse, flagged for a security violation. Even allowed items like small scissors or grooming tools are safer in your carry-on if permitted. Always review your airline's prohibited items list before traveling to avoid surprises. When in doubt, keep your luggage simple and free of anything that might raise questions. This ensures your suitcase moves smoothly through security screening and arrives without complications, keeping your journey stress-free. And there you have it, 12 things you should never pack in your checked luggage. From valuables and electronics to medications, keys, and even perishable foods, keeping these items out of the cargo hold can save you from stress, delays, and costly mistakes. The golden rule is simple. If it's valuable, fragile, or something you absolutely need during your trip, it belongs in your carry-on, not in your suitcase. If this video helped you, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more smart travel tips, and share this with a friend who's flying soon. And don't forget to check the description for essential carry-on gear that every traveler should have. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.